Now listen to what border czar Tom Homan had to say about judges blocking Trump's deportations.
It's a crime to take steps to not comply with ICE removal orders or not comply with ICE actions to take you in custody. You can't hinder your own removal that was ordered by the federal judge. But if you cross that line of impediment, which is a felony, if you cross that line of knowingly harboring, concealing illegal alien from ICE, that's a felony. We're going to ask the DOJ to prosecute.
Chair of the House Judiciary Committee, Congressman Jim Jordan, joins me now. Congressman, what power should the president have to remove non-citizen criminals?
Well, he should be able to do what he's been doing and not have some judge say, turn the plane around, bring the bad guy who's part of an illegal terrorist organization, bring that individual back to the country. That makes no sense. There is always some level of process that people are due, but the level of process that an illegal migrant, part of an international terrorist gang gets is not the same as a citizen. And these individuals were evaluated, they were determined that they were part of a gang, and they were sent back. But you got these judges saying, bring him back to the country. It makes no sense, and I think violates sort of the fundamental premise of Article 2 of the Constitution. First sentence says executive power shall be vested in a president of the United States, not some unelected federal district judge, not some bureaucrat, not the president of the United States puts his name on the ballot. He should be making these decisions, and I think that's where the American people are.
It just seems like it's a way for the Democrats to hold up the whole process, clog it up, lawyer them up, hold it up, and basically stop the deportations. That's what it seems like to me.
And we're looking at in every avenue we have in the legislative branch. We've had oversight hearings on this. We had former Speaker Gingrich come and testify, did a great job. We've passed legislation that deals with the injunction issue. The bill said, we passed it through the committee and through the full House. The bill said if a federal district judge has some injunction, that injunction shouldn't apply nationwide. It should apply to the parties in the case in that respective jurisdiction only. We think that makes good sense. Even Justice Kagan a few years ago felt that this was something that was needed. And then, frankly, we're going to have to look at the power of the purse, I think, to also maybe send a message to the judicial branch that this is not how it's supposed to operate.
You're on the House Oversight Committee. On June the 12th, you're going to hear from Democrat governors on their sanctuary policies. Can you end the sanctuary madness, Congressman?
Well, one way you end it is to do the oversight and make sure the country knows what's going on. We had a hearing a few weeks ago in oversight where we had in mayors from around the country who were sanctuary cities. And I remember the situation because I questioned the mayor from Denver, this Abraham Gonzalez, who they had in custody. I sent a detainer to the city, to the jail where this guy was being housed. This guy was in for attempted vehicle theft, aggravated assault, charged with both of those. They said, if you're going to release this guy to the streets, let us know, give us 48 hours notice so we can pick him up and arrest him for being in the country illegally. They gave him like 40 minutes notice, released the individual to the street. ICE had to send 6 officers out to get him on the street. And as a result, you jeopardize everyone's safety, the officer's safety, the public safety, and just as importantly, the migrant safety. They had to tase this migrant. This is how stupid these policies are. So I think when you draw attention to it in oversight hearings, it helps, I think, the country understand just how ridiculous the left has become with its, whether it's sanctuary cities or sanctuary states. And that's what this hearing is about coming up next month.
Do you think the public perceives it that way?
I do. I really do. And I think this case in Milwaukee, where the judge let the bad guy out the back door when the good guys were coming in the front door to arrest him, I think that just underscores it even more. This is ridiculous when you have these left-wing federal judges, left-wing municipalities and states doing these crazy sanctuary policies. I do think the American people get it because the American people have common sense.
Congressman Jim Jordan, thanks for joining us, Jim. We'll see you again real soon. Thank you, sir.
You bet. Thank you, Stuart.